Hello, good morning. It's High Priestess Jamila. Happy Tuesday to y'all. Hello, hello. So, I wanted to come and talk to clients, students. Some of you guys have been watching me for the longest that are just itching. You itching to come to me. You saving up money and everything. But then some of y'all done already came to me. Okay, and I felt like this was an excellent discussion for Tuesday, okay, which is the day of Mars. Tuesday, Mars rules over Tuesdays, which is an excellent day for all sorts of magical workings, okay. And I love Tuesday. Tuesday, I've got fond memories from every day of the week. Because y'all know how I am. I only hold on to the fond memories. I don't hold on to bad memories. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard for some of y'all because some of y'all are of a different element than me. I am water. I'm a Cancer. So, we process things differently. Sorry, y'all. I'm putting my lotions on and stuff. I want to talk to y'all about, okay, some of y'all ain't even ready for the light blessings. And when I say light or dark blessings, what I mean by light blessings is things like money, love, marriage proposals, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? The good things, right? Just the good things. The good things that we wish that we could just do with witchcraft, but we can't always, okay? It is a fact that first of all, on a Tuesday, I would be setting y'all up for complete and total failure. If I was to tell you some malarkey, such as you don't have enemies, and that is a lie. Okay. Uh Everybody does, especially when you get to a certain point in life. And so I'm not going to tell you no malarkey like that. That's malarkey. I don't, and that's okay when people do say that because we all know what it is, okay? But in reality, we know that we all have enemies. And yeah, the enemies, they do need to get their shit together, especially if you haven't done anything to them. If they started some mess with you, if they're trying to use you as a scapegoat, okay? People do all kinds of stuff. And yes, spirit magic does create death and destruction. Okay. And there's some people out there, they don't like you. They want death and destruction because they're just evil for you. They want death and destruction because they're jealous of you. Maybe it's the way that you look, even though we know the enemies will claim that you're so ugly, but yet they have a thorn up their ass for you for some reason. They after you for something, right? Now, a lot of them got loose lips at the same time. They're very childish and immature, and they just say anything, right? So you know that enemy can essentially destroy your life in many, many, many different ways. Okay? They can. And today is the day where you have to decide to stand up and fight. Occasionally, a lot of you guys will get a group of enemies, which is really interesting. And it's funny how they will be up to no good and they will be wishing these things on other people or either doing things to people that could lead to either death or health problems. But yet, when it happens to them, they want to cry. Okay? They want to cry and then come back and give you grief, especially when somebody dies in their group or gets sick. Okay? They want to come cry to you to extend the crud and the crap. Now they want vengeance on you, and now they scared. Okay, scary people are very dangerous. People that are scared, and they very messy and chaotic. Okay, now oftentimes what I found, because I deal with real cases and real clients, your enemy will have it out for you. They're either an ignorant person that's headed to prison, headed for destruction, very destructive person. And guess what? Somehow you fell underneath their radar, right? And this is a person or people that could possibly be dangerous, whether or not it's a danger to your life. I know that stupid, dumb people are always causing fights and folk fighting and stuff and all kind of crud and stuff. And a woman like me, I'm an empress, so I don't do things like that. In fact, when I was raising all of my children, none of my children ever saw me get into one fight with nobody. Not that kind of fight. No. Okay. I even threw their father out of the house because he was drinking too much and I didn't want that malarkey around my children. Okay. Some people would feel differently about that, but that's just me. You can feel however you want to feel in life. But I just know that there is a certain type of energy that I allow inside of my utopia, and that just ain't it. Drug addicts and some drunk man, acting a fool, bringing all that negativity and malarkey in my house or anywhere near me. I've never been the type of person to do that. And, it's just, I've always been that way. I like having peace and tranquility and safety. With people like that, it ain't safe because some stuff can pop off and, they don't really love and respect themselves or even have the energy of self preservation. And so that's what I want to get into this morning. I want to get into self preservation. I want to get into where your energy is at. And you got to think about it. I've had enemies that literally got me threatened, got my life threatened, right? Okay. And, surviving that threat because some confused person feels that you need to die or get sick because they feel some type of way, even though they claim that they don't feel no type of way. Let's keep it a buck. Somebody walking up to you every single day talking about how ugly you are. Like it clearly, it's something that it clearly, you don't need to listen to what that person is saying. You know what I'm saying? Like they are jealous of you, and 9 times out of 10 there's nothing wrong with you, it's something wrong with them, but yet they obsessively want to be you, obsessively obsessing over you, constantly checking up on you, talking about you, asking people about you, being weird, right? Not having a life, because people like that don't have a life. They may have something that looks like a life, but in reality, if you are chasing after somebody and doing all this stuff and worrying about and running up all behind them, you really don't have a life. Okay. And if you have things that resemble a life, it's probably a good idea to get your life. But then some of them they'll get involved with some stuff. They'll, and they'll put it in their mind that they must do this to you. Otherwise, they won't survive, when in reality, they could have walked away from you a long time ago, connected to source, and went on with their life. So essentially, they bringing all this stupid stuff into your world, into your life, that ain't even necessary. Right? So when we look at dark blessings, these are necessary evils. And this is what I want y'all to think about, all my clients and students. When you have to spiritually thrash somebody and do a necessary evil, are you ready for the dark blessings? And what I mean is, for example, y'all know I always talk about the demonic satanic protection from death. Are you actually prepared to deal with the fact that either your crazy ex or his stupid neurotic girlfriend or some stupid person that don't have much good sense and, crazy and neurotic and psychotic, are you prepared for them actually flipping out, getting in their car with a loaded gun, driving to your house, and wrapping themselves around a pole, trying to drive to your house? Are you ready for that? Are you ready to hear the news that this person died before they could do anything and any harm to you? Are you ready for that? Would you have survivor's guilt? Because survivor's guilt is a real thing. And see, for me, they call me a sociopath because I personally, if somebody tried to create a destiny for me or my loved ones, where some idiotic fool who didn't have his mind right was supposed to murder me. They wanted to create this reality where I was going to be murdered by this person because they must get rid of me because their self-esteem is low. I would do demonic protection. And you know what? Y'all better think about this real deep, because I would have no problem at all. It would not trip me out. Some of y'all, it would. It would kind of trip you out. You'd be like, oh my God, this person that was threatening my life, and it was pretty horrible. Now, some of y'all get weak and y'all be like, oh my God, that person was trying to kill you. That person was trying to get you killed. Do you understand me? Do y'all understand that a lot of your exes, their self-esteem is so low and they're so narcissistic that they wouldn't give a damn when you was done with them? Because a narcissist always want to hold on to you and hoover and take you through a cycle of bullshit. Well, what if you heard that narcissist died? What if you heard that the narcissist wrapped their car around a tree with a loaded gun in the car with them? Would you be weak and soft and give a damn about that person? Because you know what? I'm going to tell you straight up and down. You better not. And you better let me know if and when that happens, because a follow-up ritual is going to be needed to trap that person's spirit. Okay? So I stand on my business and I know exactly how to help my clients. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing Hollywood weirdness and and because I'm gonna be honest with you, like it ain't just about a physical death. There has been plenty of spell workings and spirits and bad spirits and negative spirits that have killed people, and people have died suddenly. Okay, these people run around here, they got loose lips. Okay, Not only do they have loose lips, they lying on you. They doing stuff to throw you off your path, and your spirits are gonna do whatever they gotta do to make sure you on your path. If you on a path to being a millionaire, your spirits, they're gonna make it happen. And they're gonna make sure that they wash away anybody that's in between that path. And it's sad because you shouldn't even have to go through all that. But you know what? There's people in this world that are going to create the rigmarole. And it's sad, but it's the truth. I wish we could all just sit back in peace and manifest what we want. And these ignorant, dumb, stupid people would just go and manifest and stop talking about us and wishing bad on us and thinking about us. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. And not many of y'all was born with a silver spoon in y'all mouth. And your enemy will sit there and tell you, give up on your dreams or else I'm going to threaten to kill you. And you know what I would say to that person? I would say, I call your bluff. And not only do I call your bluff, but I got a demonic satanic protection. And see, you have to think about that. And see, it's only two types of spiritual people in this world: people that are willing to die and sacrifice themselves for nothing, and people that are not. Which one are you? Which one are you? Because I've heard people run around here talking about I'm Jesus, and it's like, oh, damn, okay. So you want to be sacrificed? You just want to die for somebody else? Okay, because that's what that means. Okay, so this is the reason why we take the left-hand path. Because I'm not willing to cut my heart out for somebody that don't even appreciate it. Because as you can see, it happened. That story is very important, but it happened, and it happened for people. Most of them don't even appreciate it. Most of them that are indoctrinated under that belief, they have no appreciation or understanding, really. Because if they did, they would do what they would be more like Jesus, and they're not. Okay? Because Jesus was a peacemaker. He was a healer. Okay, so he wasn't, I know that a lot of people, there's some people that believe that, Jesus was a bad person because they say in the Bible that he co-signed a lot of that stuff that was being said and done. But you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing that up as a point because it's a good point to make. I personally am not the type of person that's willing to give my life nor the lives of my children for anybody. And nobody would ever convince me of that. Okay. So I don't mind calling to my demons as well as my demon God and saying, I'm supposed to be looking out for me and mine and my children and my husband. That's how I'm trying to say it the way my client says. She'd be like, what about my husband? She country. I'm looking out for my family, the people that I care about, my clients too. I don't give it like, who are you? Am I supposed to, what am I supposed to just sit up here and see? A lot of them will try to play the game with you, try to get you low. How low can you go? But see, the thing of it is that you got to be unbreakable, and you got to be the type of person that they can't drag down. And trust me, you know, a lot of them know that a lot of y'all was already born with that demonic protection from death. Almost like in that movie, what's the name of that damn movie? The Omen. Remember how them crazy people from the church was running around there trying to kill a little boy? And you notice how when the priest tried to come, Satan threw a rod through his whole body. See, a lot of y'all was born with that protection around you, but it got binded because somebody said we must sacrifice this child. We're vampires. They're not vampires. They're parasites. It's very, very, very parasitic. And we all know I'm telling the truth. Okay. Are you the type of person or empath that's going to sit around even for 5 minutes and go, oh no, oh my God, somebody that was trying to kill me died. Woe is me. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I see. That's when you celebrate death. Yay! Thank God. This wicked person is gone. Don't give a damn what nobody say. Somebody that literally, like, and this can be anybody. This can be somebody that's practicing witchcraft. This can be somebody that's trying to practice Bible magic on you. You know, they may sit around, they may become crazy and sit around all day, and they just be conjuring them spirits and stuff that, you know, to create calamities in your life or either death for you or whatever. And they may do it all day. You know, a lot of these people don't have jobs. They don't have nothing else to do. All they got to do is sit around all day long. All day long. And then what you gonna do? And then Bible spirits are weird. But I've gotten to the point where I've surpassed the belief that it can affect me, but I still make sure that I do the work. And somebody like that that's doing that and literally they are not justified. Or I'm asking you, are you ready for justice? Are you ready for that dark blessing? Are you going to have empathy? Are you going to let their family and their friends beat you down to the ground and carry out the crap that they were trying to carry out? Or are you going to do what you have to do, which is not physically fighting anybody? See, that's how people get it messed up. That's why I don't hang around with ignorant people like that. Because they ain't going to do nothing but murder each other anyway. They stupid. Your spirits do the fighting for you. Okay? And God, for my clients and for me, many gods. Okay? Are you ready for that? Are you going to feel evil? Are you going to forget about what that person was trying to do? Because you got to understand that if that person were given the opportunity, they would have slipped you something and murder you. And the dark blessing was that they died and they wasn't able to touch you. Are you ready for that? This is what I want to ask y'all on this day of Mars. I personally, and like I said, I've had people call me a sociopath. I wouldn't give a damn and I wouldn't feel sorry for not for 1 second, not for one, not even for a millisecond. I wouldn't give a damn if something happened to them. In fact, I'd be relieved because a lot of times your enemies is just like a monster chasing you throughout life, or AKA the woods. And when they finally get caught up in that trap and die, you should be feeling relief. You should be feeling happy. You should not be feeling sad. Stop getting weak. Okay? Because that's just what it is. When somebody starts that kind of mess with you, and especially all of a sudden, I'm gonna be honest with you, as a witch, I never, when I looked, I never would have thought that I would be dealing with anything like that, with people trying to invoke death and sickness on me. But my spirits made sure I was ready and prepared for it. I would have never wanted that. I would have rather just said abracadabra and bippity boppity boop and rainbows and sunshine. But unfortunately, it ain't like that for everybody. It ain't. It ain't like that for most people. You know, unless your parents or something done did something to clear that up. And 9 times out of 10, if they was dealing with that religion and stuff like that heavily, they didn't break those generational curses. They didn't break the curse. Or either they died within their ignorance trying to do it and they died, you know. Or a lot of them got brainwashed and said, uh, I'm just gonna sit around and wait on Jesus, and Jesus helps those that helps themselves. So, you got to think about that today. You got to think about what the enemy really wants. And an enemy doesn't have to be somebody that's up to your par. Of course, the enemy's going to be less than you. For some reason, this blockhead person feels like they can't live their life unless you dead or something. And even though you're not doing anything to them, you just want to be left alone, right? You don't want nothing to do with that person or people. You just want to be left alone in your personal power, doing your thing, living your life, living La Vida Loca. And these people running around here trying to stop you. These days food is really expensive, gas is really expensive, and they trying to mess you up because they feel they got to play some Hunger Games tit for tat kind of crap. And if your enemies is playing Hunger Games, which they don't have to, see, even though witchcraft is very old, it's still an advancement from what, honestly, nobody has to, that don't even have to, it don't even have to be that way, but they make it that way. They play that game. So you make sure that you master their game. Like I said, even when an enemy die, we gonna do the ritual to make sure that they get the hell away from you, because enemies will die and haunt you. And sometimes possess you. Especially if you a medium. Possess the people around you, mad and angry because they lost the war, the death war that they started. Would it freak you out? What did you think look, when a person tells you who they are, you believe them. If somebody tells you, if somebody acting crazy and they've threatened your life before, right? And a lot, I don't know why women think that that's cute. That ain't cute for a man to threaten your life. That don't mean that you got some good stuff. That mean he insane, he crazy, he stupid and dumb. Are you ready and prepared to hear that he done got up off of this planet? And when he gets up off this planet, especially if it's very soon, you know that he was a threat to you. Because we all grown. We should know better than to be tossing around death. Oh, I think you're prettier than me. I want you to die. Oh, you did this. I want you to die. They have no justification in calling for your death, but because of how stupid and crazy they are, you have every justification, because literally you were minding your own business, and there is no, listen, guys, they crazy is crazy, okay? There is no automatic functioning spiritual system that's threatening these people. Like somehow you just sat there and your spirits just started to create danger in dangerous situations for you. That's not the way that it works. So they can't sit up here and say, oh, well, your spirits did that. No, they didn't. Don't ever let an enemy speak for your spirits. So I told y'all what was up, and these and our spirits ain't playing. These people that became a threat to your life when that work is done. And listen, as a witch, yes, we do spells, we do rituals, yes, but it is something about that air to earth transmission that creates a physical change in the physical composition of earth, and your existence and your animation is a part of that. And when somebody says to you, I'm going to stop that, and this is even for if, let me tell you something, being broke and poor ain't humble. That's not humble. That's stupid. When the earth is very abundant and so is the universe. Stop it. So somebody that's threatening your money, and I'm talking about your money that you earn. We know that we got folk running around here talking about, oh, I got to take a picture of you and I got to lie on you and I got to ruin you in order to make money. And it's my money. And you can't, no, because your money was trying to interfere and interject and disrupt my time with your lies and your bull crap. So sorry, that makes you the weakest link. Goodbye. You're weaker than me. Okay. Somebody that's codependent on you, that's codependency. Somebody that needs to sacrifice you for their greater good just for the fuck of it, that's codependency. And that person probably is usually on drugs or mentally ill. Because most of us that have good sense and we know witchcraft, we know that ain't even necessary. And y'all know, y'all look around every single day. Let me tell you something. I come with the real. Look at the world. Look at what you see in other people's realities. People dying and being murdered every single day. So can't nobody tell me nothing like that. I already know what the deal is. And you know what? Dark blessings. Because we're gonna have a dark moon during Halloween time. It's gonna be very dark. And all I know is that I ain't never been no threat to nobody. I've always had good sense. I've always stayed in my lane. I don't bother people. And neither do my children. So I already know that when Halloween time comes, it's going to be some real dark blessings going on. Okay? Because the people that did the things that they did, they had no right to even make you feel uncomfortable. They had no right. I don't care who they are. They can say whatever they want to say. They had no right. They had no right to try to disrupt the quiet peace and try to take away your human and spiritual and constitutional rights. They had no right to do that. And it's going to be a lot of it. A lot of dark blessings are coming because a lot of those people are so stupid and crazy and degenerates that, they planning on showing up and they got a kill list because they too stupid to work it out. They got an actual kill list that they gonna try to use bullets and a gun for, because they can't handle this thing called life. And they gonna come for you. They gonna come for you and they gonna fall down into a deep dark hole if you got that work set up for them. Okay. Because they done already probably tried to make you feel some type of way about the world because they wanted you to self-destruct, so they exacerbated. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? You can create it. Look, you learn how to create your own reality in this world, don't you? That's exactly what I'm teaching to my students. You create your reality. And you know what? Reality is this. you know, an enemy want to play a game with you and try to play around with your life, it's gonna happen to them. And surely if they get mad enough because they like, damn it, I want to ruin this person, I want to ruin this person, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to control this person. Listen, when they figure out that they can't never ever do that, and they decide to put that loaded gun because they stupid and dumb and crazy, and we may not even have to wrap their car around a goddamn tree. We might have to just give them a goddamn heart attack or a fucking stroke. And it happens like that too. When somebody on their way. Oh, I'm crazy. Oh God. I can't do, I don't know how to manifest shit. Oh my God, it didn't work. And then all my skims and schemes and scams and skim milk didn't work. Ooh, I'm going to kill somebody. Oh Lord Jesus, help me. Help me through this. I'm going to kill somebody. And they just die. That's fuck them. Fuck them. And that is called the scales of justice, not some weak ass shit. They deserve to die for even threatening your life and your livelihood too. They deserve death for that. And they lucky they alive. And what do? They still stuck on stupid. The hell wrong with you? Do you not realize that you're under my feet? Do you not realize the power that I have over you? Is what you need to be asking them. Because didn't they just come up to you and just start all this mess? You know they did. You know they did. And they the one conjured it up. You wasn't even thinking about that. You wasn't thinking about conjuring up no mess. They was thinking about conjuring up the mess. And they conjured it up. And that mess came to you, but you was lucky that time. But then when you got somebody sitting there all the time, they just every day they just oh goodness gracious, and they just keep trying to send it, and then that's when you get that back and forth. See, this the whole thing about it though. Depending on how good of a person you are, and it only make you good. Because that don't mean you a good person. You got to be good to yourself. Okay? But depending on what type of person you are, you may let that back and forth go on for too long. And then it gets to the point where you like, okay, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you got to say, you know what? No more. I'm not doing this no more. I have the right to live in peace. I have the right to be able to, look out at the Swiss snow Alps and just relax without this dirty, disgusting, impure person harassing me. Yeah. Especially if it's some stupid idiot that done decided I'm gonna do this until the day I die, and I don't care if I die. Well, it ain't just about dying, babe. I like to be happy. Hey, Unica, I gotta be happy and prosperous and healthy. I don't want to know all that mess and who shot John. And I don't want to feel uncomfortable either. You know that uncomfortable feeling they get. Ooh, I hate that. And you just want to breathe in through your nose and breathe out. See, it ain't they messing with your thymus gland and you can become desensitized to it. But why do you even have to see, think, or speak that evil? Be good to yourself. Who the hell wants to sit around all day talking about some gutter, disgusting, gutter rat, trashy stuff all day? I know I don't. I like my Yule tree skirt to stay white at the bottom. I don't want to hear all that mess. Because that ain't nothing but stress. And a person that's trying to cause you stress, like I'm not talking about the normal everyday, but sometimes you do need to look to your children and make sure ain't nobody doing work on your kids. Because people will do work on your kids to mess with them because they stupid and crazy. Okay. For me, being a mom has never been stressful for me. Just had, and I had four of them. But some people a little bit more, nervous. You know what I'm saying about the situation, and that's why you got the witches here to support you. Okay, you got the divine mother to support you because, being a parent, especially when you got all this crud going on out here in this world, can be very stressful. And then, but you got to make sure that you understand what you're dealing with. Okay. Somebody wishing death on your child just randomly. I'm going to randomly. It ain't even about an eye for an eye. Because I'm going to make sure you don't take none of my eyes or none of the eyes of my family. So screw an eye for an eye. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this person is doing things that could potentially cause danger, sending people, doing weirdness, acting a fool, and doing things directly that could hurt your children. Sad as it is, a person that's doing stuff like that, they put their own children in jeopardy, don't they? They put that because and so would you want to live in a reality where an enemy was able to harm your babies? Or would you rather, or because it ain't you calling for peace, and they not calling for peace because spirit done already told you, and spirit ain't lying to you. They'll sit up here and act like they ain't doing nothing, but they are, when they should have just put it all down. Don't light no black candle. Don't be trying to send nothing. Whatever it was that you conjured up to begin with is your baby, not mine. Okay. So they sitting around, you know what I'm saying? They thinking they gonna get away with it. But at the end of the day, what are you? You're smart, you're intelligent. And when somebody puts your life in danger to the point where they can get you killed, like I ain't the type of person that believes in being forgiving for stuff like that. Now having an argument with somebody is one thing. But somebody doing something, y'all remember, I'm gonna give y'all an example. Y'all remember that movie with J Lo? Shout out to J Lo, that's my girl right there. But y'all remember Monster in Law? Now, how many of y'all would actually be forgiving of your mother-in-law if she knew you had a peanut allergy and she literally did what that lady did in that movie? Remember what she did? Only in the movies. Only in the movies. I think they should have altered the ending to where they walked away from that lady because that was very dangerous. Peanut allergies are very dangerous. They kill people all the time. And you remember in the scene in the movie, what was what's her name? Wanda Sykes. It's a movie, in reality, your mother-in-law, we knew the mother-in-law did it on purpose. We saw it. And at the end of the movie, J Lo was like, I want you to be present at every birthday party, every Christmas, everything. And I just wouldn't have done it. I'd have been like, okay, yeah, you gave your blessing for me and your son to get married, but go away forever and don't ever come back. I ain't trusting you in my kitchen, near my refrigerator, or with my children because that lady tried to kill her. Now, listen, only in the movies. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to kill your kid. Oops. Oop. I didn't mean to do that. What? That, can you forgive me? Nope. No, sorry, can't do that. In fact, if I were you, I would get up out of my face. I would get out of my sight. Right, right. I mean, if it, but we know it wasn't an accident, though, Unica. We know that that lady said, "I am so angry. I'm gonna put peanuts in the gravy." And Wanda was like, "Oh my God, don't do that. You can kill her." And I guess since old girl, I mean, really, they say about food allergies, the older you get, the worse it get. You know what I'm saying? And all she had was her lips swole up and everything. But see, that's only in the movies. In reality, you need an EpiPen. You could die from that. Okay? So, I got a food allergy. I'm allergic to shellfish. I cannot eat it. And I haven't eaten it. I haven't eaten shellfish since I was 8 years old, 9 years old. I haven't eaten it since then. Um, but so it's been years, it's been over 30 years since I've eaten it. And it ain't no telling what kind of reaction I would get to it. So I ain't taking no chances. I'd rather just make some fish that tastes like shellfish, or some, they say the poor man's crab. Well, it ain't got nothing to do with money. I can't eat it. And trust me, I've tasted it. It's delicious, especially shrimp. Shrimp gives me the worst reaction. So, anyway, back to what I was saying. Would it trip you out? It wouldn't trip me out. I feel so grounded if I was to find out that an enemy that was a danger to my life and my livelihood, even my love life. Stop letting people mess with your love life. Stop letting people mess with your marriages and stuff, your love life. Quit doing that. Now, if you just got a cheating husband or something, that's a whole other story. Hey, Shamika, if you just got a cheating husband, that's a whole different other story. He bringing that crap into your life. But if you got a pretty decent family or whatever, and people be like, "I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna light a breakup candle. I'm gonna do that." I'd be like, I wish I would go without hugging and kissing on my baby, on my man. You ain't about. Don't even play. Don't play with my yo-yo, as Yo-Yo said. Don't play with my yo-yo. Trying to block your heart chakra. Well, I want to block them. I don't want nobody. I want to do this. And they got them isolation spells in the Bible too. But witches can do isolation spells and stuff too. But it's just it just is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It really is ridiculous. So for me, you know, I just would give zero fucks about what happened to him. Somebody tell me something happened, I'll be like, what's for dinner? What's on TV tonight? That's just that. I mean, you know. Oh, you talking about that person that threatened my children? Oh, you talking about that person that tried to force me into poverty and tried to trump me up on some charges or set me up. Oh, you talking about that person? Oh, you talking about the person that purposely tried to do harm to my children and my life? Oh, they died. Oh, something happened to them. Uh, I can breathe easier now. And then you just say, let me call Jamila because we need to because they family gonna bury him, but we gonna really bury him because I'm telling you, people like that, they haunt people. They don't know how to go. If especially if they were stalking you. If a person is stalking and obsessing you in life, they gonna do it in death. They gonna do it even when they die. And we got the rituals for it. Oh, okay, so and so done down came over here and started haunting so and so. You know, that's a part. That's a part of the cleanses that we do. All that guilt need to go on the guilty people, on the bad people, because there's some of y'all in this world that truly like y'all ain't trying to do harm to nobody, and people just that boy they just want to bring out the devil, and they don't, and you don't they, and let them go ahead and be the devil. Then shit is what I would say, because otherwise, I mean, you be dead and they be partying somewhere. That's why I be telling these women, about these men, do witchcraft, but a lot of times these women they be out here, they will kill for these men, and they'll kill you, and then they'll go to jail, and that man be out free. He like, good, I got rid of both of them. You never know. Y'all might be that man's sacrifice. He trying to sacrifice y'all. Y'all stupid asses killing each other over him. Right, minding our own, literally minding our own business. Like, hold on, you say what and what, and they be doing all kind of stuff to mess with you. Good morning, Stefan. They be doing all kind of stuff to mess with you. And it be some serious stuff too. And a lot of my clients, they don't realize I done removed some death magic from them. And they just be like, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and the dark blessings is coming. And I'm still gonna celebrate Yule. I don't give a damn. Let them fall by the waysides. Hell, they randomly attacking people any damn way. The hell wrong with somebody that's doing stuff like that? And I seen many of them like that. A lot of them be like that. I done sit back and watch people just attack random people. Just disgusting. I saw this one chick. She over in California years ago. It was this lady on there, and she was so sweet, and so was her little baby. She had like a little 3, 4, little baby's 3 or 4 months old. And this lady went to this lady's channel and was saying all kind of sick and sexual stuff to her because she done been through sexual abuse and half crazy and out of her mind, need to be medicated and probably quarantined and shit off the streets, away from the rest of the peoples. She went to this lady channel saying all kind of perverted stuff to her, and then run around here talking about she's psychic. No, you see your trauma. You don't see. You're not seeing clearly because, you could tell that that baby was just normal. And you know what the lady did? She just took down her channel. She said, "Screw this crap," because a lot of parents, they put their kids on here. That lady said, "Let me get up out of here," or she might have just got a different channel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just went over there saying all kind of disgusting stuff to her. I was like, why is she saying that to her? And no, the lady was not doing like I'm not going to repeat what she said. I'm not going to repeat what she said. That's how disgusting it was. Okay. Yeah, it was disgusting. I was like, oh my God. And the problem was that old girl in Cali, she didn't like children. She made it very clear that she didn't like children. In fact, she made several videos after she took an abortion pill. She had a now I will tell y'all this. If y'all eating breakfast, y'all might want to mute. Or if you got a sensitive stomach. She took some kind of abortion drug and put on one of them menstrual cups and bled into the cup and ate the baby that was coming out of her. Like that's how sick this chick was, just off her rocker. Off her rocker. You know what I'm saying? Just she was harassing me for a minute. And my spirits ain't gonna do nothing but blip and flip her ass around up and down, all up and down the damn street in California. And it ain't a damn thing she can do about it. You know? I run a tight ship too, for real, especially when it comes to my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when your spirit teams come up with a system of how you gonna survive some of these crazy psycho folios out here. They done lost their damn mind. You know. hmm So folk like that, that's stupid and crazy, run around here like zombies. Shit, don't nobody give a damn if they heart stop beating. Bye. Don't nobody care about them but some other stupid and crazy person that wanted to take advantage of them. Exactly, man. Like I'm just like, and they be trying to make you feel bad. Like, well, you're stalking me. You won't leave me alone. You're lying on me. You're being weird. You're a threat to me. Like, what are we supposed to be like? Oh, it's love and light. No, that at that moment you can't be no damn love and light. You can't sing kumbaya with everybody, especially when it's one of them flip flopping individuals that one minute they be cool, next minute they hate. I mean, I'm talking about some of them go from one extreme to the other. I love you, I love you, I love you. And then next thing you know, I want you to die. You be like, the hell wrong with you? And after and it just and I done been involved with somebody like that before, and I'm just like, boy, eh, you know and I ain't even gonna visit you in the nursing home when you have that stroke. And people can say, oh, well, Jamila evil. I don't give a shit about what people saying. I'm evil. I'm alive and I'm healthy and thriving and flourishing. Give a damn. Well, I'm supposed to. What am I supposed to sit up here? You don't even love it. People like that don't really have self love, because how you feel about yourself is what you're gonna project out to other people. And when you constantly running around here with hate in a hate club, and then you got your crazies that run around here try to act like they all love and light and they got their love intact, but yet they run around with a hate club. Like, oh yeah, sure, we believe you. A person that loves themselves and has genuine kindness and a pure heart ain't gonna be running around here with no hate club, trying to justify what they doing. They ain't gonna do that. They gonna be all love and no hate. So it's some crazy folk out here. And for some reason, crazy people don't know they crazy, so they don't know people looking at them. It's like, but I can see you. Like you're trying to come across with a personification. I'm sorry, happy people don't hang around miserable people that are headed to an early grave. They're not doing that anywhere. Okay? I'm just saying. So I'm sorry, you got to steer clear the only way I'd be still down for somebody that might need a little help like that, like a lot of help would be somebody that means something to me, my child or something, but and especially these people that come online and join these damn groups and shit. Them people real stupid. Like they'll join a group and lose their whole fucking mind totally. I don't understand it. I wouldn't do it personally. The hell with that. And they be run that and be like, can't you see how stupid you are? Stupid people don't know they stupid. And especially these spiritual groups, it be serious war going on, and folk be dying, and you don't want to be the ones to die because they will throw death back and forth and shit. Like I said, I run a tight ship, and everybody in my circle lives. We live and we don't die. And it ain't too often people can say, "I know I ain't gonna die." I done had them. Oh, I know you're gonna die. I said that curse on you from the Bible. Oh, are you sure about that? Like, okay. Okay. Well, I know I'm gonna live, and if anybody's gonna die, it's gonna be you. Straight up and down. I don't care what they say. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And some people be too scared or superstitious. And I think those people, it's because they don't have a pure heart. And you want your heart to be pure, man. And and see over here at Divine Services, we do a lot of work. We do a lot of chakra alignment and everything. We don't play that crap. And no, I don't have to suffer your karma. Because they be trying to skew the identities and stuff. Trying to make it seem like you the bad guy. No, I'm not the bad guy because I told you to leave me the hell alone. And then when you done died, or they dog done died, or something crazy happened, and they leave folk alone. Cause I done seen people. A lot of these people be running around here. I be hearing their rituals sometimes too. They be saying some awful stuff, and be wishing death on y'all family, and be wishing all kind of bad. And it's like, well, why? It's like, hey, saying why is like a that. Listen, they don't have to have a reason why. They crazy. And vagabond spirits that come up through that Bible is serious. But they easy come, easy go, especially when you know the right folk to go to get rid of that crud. Now, a lot of Christians will say that it's Jesus, but the numbers really ain't looking so good when it come to that. I'm just saying that the numbers ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, like it just, somebody randomly, all of a sudden they become a threat to your life, and they trying to have you killed. I've been through that. If folk accusing me of the worst, like I was like, oh, I've been the the moment people started telling big, huge, monstrous, well like lies on me, I knew my life was in danger. My heart was in danger because those people was trying to atone me. They was trying to either use me as a sacrifice scapegoat, or either they was just trying to bring false persecution to me. And so the death has already been in the air for years. And they gonna catch it. They gonna catch their death. Because can you imagine coming on a public platform, lying like that, and then trying to get folk in their feelings, and then sending people after you and stuff, and them stupid and crazy people don't know how to discern that they being lied to? That's a risk of your life. That's a risk of my life. It was. And I said, shit. My spirit said, Jamila, we believe these folk trying to have you killed. And I said, well, what we gonna do? They said, well, we already got a plan for that. Shit. You know, lost their damn mind. Especially being that I'm an innocent person. Or either trying to dirty and sully me up and put me in the gutter. And ain't none of that gutter trashy stuff got nothing to do with me. So they just lie and tell gutter disgusting lies. So you ain't messing with my money or nothing. And you the weakest link because you did it for competition. Oh, please, please. You're going down, way down, all the way down, 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 straight up and down. You going down. You're not going up, you going down. Okay, because and it ain't very many gods like they don't have no ranking to where they would allow an innocent person to suffer anybody else's fate or karma, or either some kind of horrible fate misunderstanding, and then the person, I can you imagine if I'd have got killed, and then folk and then it'll come out after I'm already dead, after somebody done murdered me and took me away from my children, you know what I'm saying, early, trying to kill me off. And then folk be like, well, we found out that none of that was true. And oh my God, like, I'm like, I ain't about to, I said, let me take my life into my hands. And that's why it's only a few people in this world where I would actually put my life in their hands. Which, it just is what it is. And when you sit back and you allow an enemy to make a reality of death and destruction in your life, well, okay. And they'll try to play it off and downplay it. Well, it was just a joke. Really a joke? It was a joke. It was a joke. No, I don't think it was a joke at all. I think it was you signing your deal of death. And when you are innocent, you don't have to worry about this shit. Like, cause I'm just you ain't even got to get upset about it. And so what they'll try to do is conjure the fate. And that's kind of like when it comes to witchcraft or conjure, people telling lies and then they try to light a candle and they let their candle just go crash, burn, backfire. Got some backfiring going on here. Your candle ain't gonna do shit. You know? Exactly. Exactly. So y'all better decide that because I have clients from all different uh walks. Like some of my clients, they got great parents. They may come to me for some fertility work, a little something something. But then I got some clients and stuff don't mix together. Everybody ain't connected. That's why we don't that's why we work with Oranists a lot, because we don't play that shit. So ain't nobody's shit gonna intertwine with nobody else's. So that lies kaput. It's kaput. But And then I have some clients that people putting death wishes on them for the stupidest fucking reasons too, for no reason. For no reason, just because they jealous or got a problem. Or either they could be sick. I was telling y'all that sick people, people that have sicknesses and ailments, that's something that is, I wonder if it's discussed a lot. I'm the only one that I hear ever talking about it. You know, because I've been stalked quite a bit. I noticed that this lady that got real bad diabetes, she be trolling in chat rooms telling people I got diabetes. And I ain't got no damn diabetes. So people that are sick, they will try to project their illnesses and they will try to come to the spiritual community and switch places with people. Like they take your good health and you take their illnesses and shit. That's a real fucking thing. That's a real thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Soul harvesting, soul swapping, destiny stealing, destiny switching. Yeah. And they do that a lot. They try to do that shit a lot. They try to and it's like, well, did you not know that there was, like, I can't really say it, you did you know anything about real actual healing? And they be like, no, I gotta sacrifice all these people so that I can live another day. You be like, really? You stupid idiot. Oh goodness, they be on some bullshit, I'm telling you. I be doing them soul swapping rituals, but I swap people back. You know what I'm saying? Because if you healthy and vital, I think a lot of that is going on with the it can be bestowed upon any generation or any age of a person. That's why you can't be letting everybody touch your baby. And if you know there's somebody up to that, I would not let them touch my baby. Cause they be like, "Ooh, look at the baby. I'm trying to put my illness in the baby." Next thing you know, your kid be sick. Oh my God. Like it's just crazy. And see, a lot of people, the thing of it is that a lot of people don't know about this kind of stuff. They just think, what they think. You know what I'm saying? That's why we be putting protection around them babies. Because these people, they looking for life force and and uh uh-huh. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And you ain't gotta be paranoid about it all the time. Just know the signs. And some of y'all be having like 20 or 30 people trying to switch places with you. They be fighting over you like you a damn juicy piece of steak. Because they done looked at your Akashic records and stuff and they can see that, that you they can see a lot. They can see your destiny and your future. And they want that. They want that to be their future. And they'll take it from you, which is stupid whatever. You don't even have to do all that. Goodness gracious. They don't even have to do that. I don't see them as people. I see them as beasts and monsters. Yeah, you're right. And they be getting mad at you. They be running behind you, trying to switch places with you and take your identity and do all this kind of stuff. And then they'll get mad at you. How dare you? You're narcissistic because you won't let me. Mm. It's like, oh really? Oh, now you're a 2-year old now that don't understand what kosher behavior is now. Okay, it's ridiculous. And really, to be honest with you, like, I can't even really say everything that I want to say. They crazy, and they be looking so stupid. They be looking like the Three Stooges and shit, running around here doing that shit when it was a better way to do it to begin with. And it'd be like it'd be. I swear to y'all, and you would think that they would have enough sense to know. Well, all 20 or 30 different people can't be one person, but they done got it into their mind, and then sometimes they'll fight with each other. Like, no, that's my destiny that I'm still in. No, I'm still in the destiny. Not like, and you be like, excuse me, damn man, what school of the Hogwarts did y'all go to? This is you be and people know that's what they up to, but, and they be knowing everybody knowing they be trying to make it seem like it's not that. Like, yeah, we know exactly what you up to. What's up, Queen? How you doing this morning? I'm up past my bedtime a little bit. I was actually getting ready to wrap this up. I did one of them soul swapping rituals just the other night. They be mad too. They be like, I don't want to be the worst part of me. And it's like, well, make yourself better then. How can I do it except for stealing this other person's glory and stuff? Like, oh, honey, you just gonna have to figure that out. Until then, I'm just gonna have to thrash you. And yeah. Yeah. Good sis, good queen. I'm glad to see you here. Oh yeah, they be doing the most. And it be like, well, and they be like, well, this is all I know. Well, you better know something better, cause we the children of the corn over here. We came. Y'all know I was born in '77, right? I was born in 1977, and so we was amongst the crystal and the indigo children, and so they was trying to get rid of us before we came, but we still came, and they couldn't do nothing about it. Hmm. Energy parasites, yeah. So if they not trying to destiny swap, what they do is the first thing that they do is they try to get to the mecca, the omega. They want a destiny swap. When they destiny swap don't work, then they go to energy harvesting and parasiting. If that doesn't work, then they just go to straight, I want to try to destroy and destruction for this person because I couldn't get away with the first two things. Now I just want to try to destroy this person. And any way that they go, they're going to get trumped. Especially when you have somebody like a witch or either a coven, but a solitary can do the same. Like they be trying to make it seem like you can't do it without a coven, and that's not true either. That's not true either. So it's a lot of solitary witches out there that it's like they got so much power that they don't ever need a coven. In fact, the main aspect of a coven is not even for support. It's for the camaraderie and the friendship and the union and the and just like you want to have somebody that you can actually talk to for 30 minutes or 45 minutes about uh mandrake root. you know, you know what I'm saying, and muse with them and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, and yeah, it can be supportive, absolutely. But you know, it's, you know, even with a coven, you know, I've got a couple of people, um, small coven, but all of my client cases, nobody in the coven works on that. Like they don't even know anything about my client cases. Hmm. So, and when you in a coven with somebody, you know, it's a certain code that you following and stuff. It ain't all that who shot John and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's like a you take like a blood oath. So that's like serious loyalty time. You know, all these folk running around here, you know, doing the most. Is like, no, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. So, you know, but a lot of people, they be feeling sorry and feeling bad or whatever. I wouldn't, especially if it's a bad person and this person just like, I wouldn't waste 5 minutes of my time giving zero fucks about them because they don't care about you, and you caring about them don't make you the bigger person. Hell, you going and I've heard people try to say that, and I disagree with that. Love your enemies. Well, let me figure out a way how to articulate this. Hmm, unless I was into sacrificing, because an enemy is ultimately going to end up being a sacrifice from their standpoint, because they're going to eventually have to take the long way, the hard way, you know. Hmm. Thank you, Shamika. So, you know, and a lot of them, they'll be thinking in their mind, well the nice guy finishes last, and so that's why they want to be. But you know what? That's not always true, though, man. It ain't about that. It's about having honor and integrity and being royalty, and you know, just being some dirty ass dirt bag and shit. Like, no, you know, those kind of people are important. And the earth don't want, especially a lot of us healers that commune with the earth, and you know, we help out a lot, you know, uh and her inhabitants and her children. You know, the earth wants people like that on the earth. Like these scoundrels, it's like, where did you come from? Another galaxy? Like that we ain't never heard of? And say, you said you came from where? You what? I don't think so. They be trying to say they Andromedan, they from Orion's belt and shit. Eh, mm. Uh, and that's a lie when they say that people never die and that you can't destroy energy shit. Yeah, you can. Because that's exactly what a lot of these spirits and deities want to do with them. They just want to destroy them because they cause too much. I mean, can you imagine somebody just all day, every day, just all day, like people like that, just all day, every day? Then they just in their stupidity and blindness and hate all day, every day. And all the signs are there that they need to just stop and look at themselves and what they have done. And they trying to get out of it and they trying to avoid it and trying to just all day, every day. Somebody like that, they just, I mean, we'd be better off without them. I mean, just all day, every day, though, seriously. And then, especially when it comes to these spiritual communities on the internet, a lot of y'all, when y'all started practicing, y'all did some little cleanses on yourself or whatever. Y'all was doing your money manifestation. And then you run into some ignorant fool that's talking about, I want to go and conjure up death and poverty. Like, whoa. You getting ready to conjure that up? That's going to come back on you. Why you doing that? You all right? Is everything okay with you, sis? And then when the person send it back, because that's where it originally came from, and they be like, oh shit, now I got to do a reversal. Child, listen, you shouldn't have never did that to begin with. That's your baby. That's your creation. And you got to deal with that. And you can't get mad because folk get smart enough, folks smart enough to know, and they be trying to say, well, that's not what I was trying to. Yeah, that was exactly what you was trying to do. You said it and you admitted to it and you was proud of it. Now you want to throw your hands and hide. And you decided, I'm crazy and I gotta try to destroy people's lives and sacrifice her and her children, and she's not gonna have nothing and nah. And it's like, whoa, hey, okay, you gonna really try to pursue that? That's what you really? Okay. Okay, I ain't even worried about the shit. I ain't even worried about the shit. Like, for what? For what, man? For what? What you got to be worried about? Do the work. Do the work. Okay? Because people like that done got many people killed and stuff happened to them. Okay? I'm telling you. They'll try to put false charges on you and everything, man. They will think of everything. And if you are not going to the right resource, I don't know what's gonna happen. Especially depending on how the enemy is looking at it. Is the enemy looking at you like you're a slave? Is the enemy looking at you like you're a sacrifice? And so if that's the case, then they may have some spiritual backing, and you got to bring out your legion against that person. I'm sorry, because many people have died and ended up in the ghetto or living in the slum, or either never getting anywhere in life. And hey, Adam, and you can't just, you know, give up on your life and your aspirations in life. I mean, I would never say, well, why would you do that? And then people say, well, that's just your aspirations and things that you want that are material. But human life is worth so more. Not their human life. Not their human life. It doesn't make you a good person or some fucking saint. Your human life is worth more. Theirs isn't, because why were they, what was their problem to begin with? Why they trying to impede on you and trespass on you? And yeah, they got all kinds of excuses. But in reality, from what I've seen, people do it randomly. People do it and they really have no justification except for their ignorance and their limited beliefs on everything. They don't even really know, like that. It's like they're blocked. They don't understand that they can manifest the life that they want without attacking others. But I guess that's just the way some people are wired. you know. So, and I wouldn't give a damn about nothing they said about me. Smear campaign, all that get wiped out, and it ain't fake, because if they were telling the truth, because that's the first thing they do is a smear campaign. I hate that when people do that. God, be lying their ass off. Some people are just evil by nature. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but a lot of them are doing it to survive, though. You know what I'm saying? But their survival rate is dealing with me is less than 0%. Their survival rate is less than 0%, because nobody could ever put in my foresight ever. I wouldn't give a damn if they meditated for 24 hours in a fucking day. You ain't gonna never put in my foresight that you ever gonna get that off. You not gonna get that over on me, honey. You might have got that off on other people, but you done set up here and met your maker at this point. Because I don't fold, and I don't switch up. My vision is clear all the time. My foresight is clear all the time. All the time. Can't nobody put no ideal in my head. Or you know how sometimes you see people, or some of y'all go through this. See, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm the high priestess. People will put a thought in your head and they'll say it, and it'll just go back and forth in your head like a Tweety bird. See, Jamila don't go through that. They'll say it with an intention to get it stuck in your head so that it'll manifest in your life. And then that's what you be manifesting. And it'll get stuck. That's why they say it. That's why I was looking at that one video. That's the first thing they say. Whatever they want to happen to you, they wishing it on you, and so they want you to get that in your head, and for you to start manifesting that. See, for me, can't nobody put no shit in my foresight. My foresight is very clear all the time, especially when it comes to my clients, because they be like, are you sure? Because this is pretty bad. And they be like, Jamila, oh my God, what are you doing? It's because I don't believe in the rantings and ravings of your enemy. So I already got it in my foresight that you're gonna be okay. And then that's just what it is. Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely, absolutely. So, I just don't get it. I just don't get what people's confusion is when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? And, whatever is on a person's mind, whatever they think about, that's what they going to talk about. And they fears. There's some people, they have money fears, blocks, limits. And so that's why they come saying that crap to you. And it's up to you to get to the point. And, this is what I work with my students on, those things that they've put in your head for them to come out of your head. And then they'll even put stuff in the root. They'll, them roots and stuff, but, that's what, when it comes to being a traditional witch, it's somebody, I mean, I can literally remove a root chakra. Like, when they say somebody been putting roots on you, I can remove that in an hour or less, bro. Like, stop it. Stop it, man. I was born in 1977. We wasn't scared of the boogeyman. The Oogie Boogie Man. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Y'all be all constipated and shit. I had this shit. Y'all be like, Jamila, I finally went to the bathroom. They'll try to put stuff in your womb. They'll try to put stuff in your stomach. They'll try to, and mainly it be they hooks. They'll try to put that hook in there and that line because they want that cord. Some of them is cording you. They'll put that cord in your butt, your feet, because you got chakras in your feet and legs too. But they'll try to put it in your root, your sacral, your solaris plexus, your heart, your throat. They just, and that's why they be telling me, they be like, oh, that they be sitting up there talking about everything because they want to connect and put their hooks inside of you. That's why y'all gotta be careful when folk be sitting up there talking about your hair and your head and stuff. Like they be, and they'll be repeating it over and over again. I'll just be like, look at this stupid idiot. That they just really don't know what they dealing with. They just really don't know. Hmm. So, and when they keep trying it, it's like, God damn, something gonna have to give, honey, because let me tell you something. And then, they they carbon footprint is bad. It is because they be using too much resources on the earth. It just they be, and spirit is just like, use a chime candle, shit. You know what to do, and so it's kind of ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's kind of ridiculous. Anyway, y'all, I done got tired. I'ma go. Y'all enjoy them dark blessings. Don't get freaked out. I can tell when y'all get scared, y'all be like, oh shit, something really happened to this motherfucker. I'm not talking about eviction. That's a technicality legal thing. That ain't that shit. I'm talking about some real messed up shit gonna happen to them. Real messed up stuff. And they be running around here trying to act like, don't you feel for me? No, I don't. You bought it on yourself. You should have watched your mouth, and you shouldn't have been trying to hate on people. Okay. So now I don't feel sorry for you at all. In fact, I'm not gonna feel sorry. I'm gonna feel happy and glee. Especially if it's somebody that's presented themselves as a predator against me. Okay, and I think that when it comes to religion, I think that religion, for the most part, especially Christianity, man, it set a lot of people up for failure because they be talking that all that stuff, and all that stuff do is take them down. And people, y'all be thinking that y'all outside of the church and they congregations messed up. Imagine what they doing to each other within the church. That's why I don't go to no church. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Now I do. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I churches can be very peaceful, but it depends on what's up in it. Like a lot of these certain types of churches and stuff. But even with that, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Even with like, you know, it just like I'm a witch. I have no reason to go to church, and I never do. But it's the churches and the cathedrals, that was something that they used to be pagan, what they describe as pagan. And the witches, they say when they bought in that other stuff, they said, oh, it's time to go, we ain't walking up in there no more. Mm-mm. No, that's real dirty. It looked good, but it's a lot of, it's too much, okay. you know but yeah, and will tell you directly to die for your enemies, somebody that ain't gonna do nothing but piss on your grave. I know that's right. That's what I do. I have my simmer pot and my crystals. I do my meditation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? My manifestations. I meditate all the time. I meditate during client work too, because client work requires meditation. You're not gonna sit up there and just, you know, and a lot of my students, they learn how to do the rituals and they know how to do them effectively. You know, and so I ain't gonna get into what I do. Right, die for your enemies. Give them your life force, and But some people are raised to be sacrifices. They become programmed. Well, my mama didn't raise no fool. My mama didn't raise me to be nobody's sacrifice. She know it. She did it, and she knew it. She taught me everything. You know, without even speaking it, because I used to. Anybody else ever communicate with their mother telepathically? I always communicated with my mother and my grandmother telepathically. So a lot of the stuff that they taught me, especially about the craft and survival and manifestation, they didn't have to speak it to me. It was done telepathically. In fact, when I had my dreams or my encounters with my grandmother, which I haven't for a while. My auntie I did though a few days ago, but my grandmother I haven't in a while. But whenever I run into her, she always communicates with me telepathically. She never says anything, but she'll give me a bunch of information and understanding, and she'll communicate with me about certain things. She'll just look at me and she won't say nothing. But I know exactly what she's saying because I've been communicating since I was a baby. I communicated with my mother and my grandmother that way, you know. I had a telepathic connection with my father too, like that, but I ain't gonna get into the things that he would communicate with me. We just gonna, Dad, rest in peace, okay? But my mother and my grandmother, they stayed that way. Sometimes my mother would be saying something to me, but thinking something totally different, and I would know what she was doing at that moment. You know, so my mother was very telepathic. She was a powerful telepath. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't like to talk about our family gifts because people be like, "Ooh, that's all they know is thievery." It's like, yeah, but you're not getting past the fortress though. So stop trying. Stop fronting like you can. Yeah. You know what? Here's the thing about it. My mother, she did subtle things, and so did my grandmother. It was subtle things. It was a very quiet teaching. It was. They didn't say it out loud, you know, or they would tell old stories like they would like they would talk about my great grandmother, who was my grandmother's mother. Well, yeah, she's my great grandmother. They would tell me about her, and but then it would, because a lot of them, like the way my mother manifested, I'm not even gonna talk about it, but she definitely wasn't getting over on her daughter. My mother provided everything. In fact, when my mother passed away, it was a great loss. It was an awful loss. I almost died when my mama died. It was not a gain or a win. I was not celebrating when my mother passed away. No, I was not. It was a loss. It was. And, you know, um, it was bad. Yeah. I always knew it was something up with me because it would be certain stuff, and I would just be, I was like one of those weird kids to where stuff would, objects would move around me, doors would just close and stuff. It was a lot of supernatural activity around me. It was. It is, especially I came into this world a few years after my mother almost died in a car accident. So, and then I just kind of, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it for years, but it was just something that just, it was just something about just everything. And then, it became clear to me over the years. Yeah. And then when I had that traumatization at that babysitter that destroyed my jack-o'-lantern, is my pumpkin, is and so I'll tell, it's certain ones of us that, we was born under certain spirits and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's just like when I had my reunion with Hades. Everything that I read about Hades, everything Hades like, I said, wow, you know. But y'all know that Hades is the god of wealth and fertility. Hades is, why was he feared? He was only feared by people that was not in his good graces, and that was probably doing stupid, crazy, delusional, dumb, stupid, dumb stuff like what these folk be doing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't realize where they at, I guess. You are on planet Earth, so, and you're in this galaxy, and even though I feel a connection with the Andromedans, they're in another galaxy, they far off, maybe at some point, you know what I'm saying? I was there maybe billions of years ago, or hundreds or thousands or however long. You know, I was thinking about doing some fun readings just to kind of trip people out. How old is your soul readings? I was gonna upload them to TikTok. I'm thinking about doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like it would be accurate for everybody. So the best accuracy to know that, I think it's important to know how old your soul is. It's important to know. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, I'll catch y'all later. I done been here. I've been here for 2 hours. Y'all have a happy Tuesday though. Okay. And quit holding on to these these evil ass people. And you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all enemies need to disappear, whether or not they disappear in thin air or disappear out of your sight. They just need to disappear and get the hell on somewhere. Quit with all that banger and badgers and stuff. They need to quit with all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm about to go. Y'all have a good one. Okay, blessings. Make sure y'all also hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you guys need to speak to me, visit divineservicesapothecary.com. But y'all, if y'all got some serious problems, please don't be the type of people that be thinking that it's some kind of empowerment to give a damn about your enemies and to somehow want to make friends with them. If you got a little problem with somebody, a little tiff with somebody, but if somebody come out the gates trying to kill you, it's kind of like, yeah, that's because there are spirits that can turn your foes into friends. But if that's not what's in spirit, if spirit is telling you do or die, because they will kill you or they'll try to. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Blessings and peace to y'all. And I'll see y'all soon.